Hi, everyone. It's been a very difficult week, month, years, seasons. And one of the things that has been really helpful to me during this very difficult time that I want to share with you is the overlay or the framework of the work that reconnects by Joanna Macy. And this visual is from During Midnight. And I have 3 little mini visuals to show you to walk us through what do we do when it's really hard and we're feeling so overwhelmed by the pain of the world. And so we start here with gratitude. And you can see on the far right, the roots of gratitude. And I just want to pause in a moment of appreciation and gratitude for Dory, for drawing this, for Joanna Macy, for creating this work, for all the work that reconnects facilitators and guides. Because we need each other during this time. We need wisdom of the ages. We need to be able to come together for strength and resilience in collective liberation and justice and healing when we're hurting. We are not meant to do this alone. And so I'm bringing them into our circle in this moment. Just the layers upon layers of supportive wisdom teachers and activists and awake ones who see and feel the pain of the world. So we're starting in gratitude. And then moving into honoring our pain. And so this is just an introduction, and I'm just going to keep layering on. The next 2 are from Active Hope, which is another open source free support for us during this time. And so let's start with honoring our pain. What does that even feel like to your nervous system right now? If I just say that we're honoring our pain, what does that feel like? I can, like, my chest starts to, it's almost like a descend when I acknowledge that there is pain. And what I've been noticing the past few days is as activation is happening on my physical somatic level, spirals of other pains are coming up. So I'm aware that I'm honoring the pain of reproductive justice, reproductive rights that is happening right now, is then layers on. And then my mind and the body starts to feel into the pain of the Ukraine, the pain of it's going to be Mother's Day weekend. So mothers and mothering and layers upon layer. Then I start missing my grandmother. So I just want to name that sometimes honoring our pain can become something where other layers of pain, even this morning, I was thinking about some friendships that have ended and how painful that has been. So just noticing that the pain, honoring our pain is bringing up other pain. And the good news is, for me at least, and I hope for you too, that I'm not afraid of this process, but rather I'm turning towards it so that I can be with what's here, meet what's here, and move into this new bud here on the left, seeing with new eyes, that I can start to shift into what is here now. It's this delightfully cloudy, rainy day. I just made bread with my hands. And so seeing with new eyes is like, now that we've gone through these layers, what might be right here, what might be possible. And then taking all of this, the gratitude and appreciation, the honoring of the pain, and then turning towards seeing with new eyes into the day ahead. And so that's when I thought, I want to do this little workshop, this little video on the work that reconnects, just reminders for people so that we can have this in our toolbox. Okay, the next one. So next we have 7 sentence starters in support of active hope. And it looks overwhelming, so don't look at the whole thing at once. We're going to start here at number 1. And active hope, I said, is a deeper layer of the work that reconnects. It's an online class that you can take for free. I'll link to it, and it just keeps pulling the threads of what we were just doing. So let's start with the sentence. Grab your journal or a piece of paper, or just it's okay if you don't actually want to write anything. I love just meditating on these sentence starters and these questions, not feeling like I have to do anything else other than just be with it. So I love, and just pausing and rooting in, I love. What comes to mind, what comes to heart, what comes into the field when you just say, I love, and flood yourself with that love. And let's layer on, I'd like to thank. I'd like to thank. Bringing to mind specific details of your life. I'd like to thank. And moving into this third sentence starter, meditation, reflection, looking at the future we're heading into, my concerns include. And so we're meeting ourselves right where we are. We're turning towards, we're facing these concerns, these fears, the overwhelm, the difficulty, the challenge. Let's just meet it. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to come in and sit on your lap, but can it come and sit next to you? Or can you stand across the room in your mind's eye or in your meditation from your concern? And moving deeper in, facing these concerns, what inspires me is. What inspires me about these concerns? Where is there some active hope? Where is there a tiny, tiny opening of change or transformation or peace or growth? So what is there? Facing these concerns, what inspires me is, so many times for me, it's like the youth. It's like the way in which so many of our young people are wired and growing. And yeah, there's just so much about young people that inspire me. And moving into seeing with new eyes, looking at the future we are headed into, what I deeply hope for is, and now we get to state, what are our hopes and dreams? What do we hope for? What do we hope for? I deeply hope for. Body sovereignty, women's rights, Black rights, justice, reparations, economic justice, housing justice. I mean, these are just some of the huge, big hopes that I personally have for the world to come. You don't have to have the same ones. I love difference and diversity in our dreaming. The point is that we're dreaming. A part I'd like to play in support of this is, and here's where you get an opportunity to land yourself. A part I'd like to play in support of this is, for me, it's about sharing this wisdom, right? Sharing awesome tools, being in presence and in relationship with communities that are activating on these topics, and listening to other perspectives to deepen, to broaden, to have spacious mind. A part I'd like to play in support of this is, and then we move into going forth, a step I'll take towards this in the next week. And so finding one step. One step. And just seeing yourself move through this map. In your life, orienting and adjusting into the spiral of life, and know that you can return to this every day, once a week, once a month, once a season, once a life, but that you have something grounded in which to spiral. You could draw a big spiral on your journal and fill it out, or whatever feels really inspiring to you. But I originally was going to share one more thing, and I've decided not to. I think this is enough. I think having Dory's visual and having Active Hope's sentence starters are very powerful. May this practice be of service to your body, mind, soul, spirit, community, family, healing, work. May we continue to drop in and down in difficult times and find our way to some of this root wisdom clearing out, so that we can be more focused and hopeful and clear on what it is that we really want to see happen in the world. I'm also going to put a link in the notes of this, both on the podcast and the YouTube page, for the playlist that I created called The Dance That Reconnects. And it goes through this process. If you play it in order, it begins with gratitude and ends with going forth. And so I want you to take this practice and bring it into embodiment, bring it into the physical body. Let yourself express gratitude through the body. Let yourself express pain through the body. Seeing with new eyes and going forth. And so the playlist is intentional to go through these steps. And so may that also serve your healing and wholeness. May it also serve you through this cycle and through your life. Thank you for being here.